Next on Worcester News tonight, retail space downtown is in need of more stores and an update how the city is planning to intervene. Plus, a state grant giving one town in central Massachusetts an upgrade to their signage, how local businesses feel about the change. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Schaefer. Cloudy skies and rain to start on Friday, but some sun broke through in the afternoon. Temperatures hitting the 50s, but this weekend is looking like a different story. Let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Kelly for a quick look at our forecast.
Yeah, it was another chilly start, but we did get into the lower 50s for a few minutes, but now colder air coming in. It's snowing in Seattle. There's snow and sleet in Texas. None of that is coming at us this weekend. We got cold, high pressure coming in. It is snowing off the Great Lakes and in the mountains to the west. We could get a passing flurry overnight. The rain was negligible this morning, about a 0.07. And now we're going back into the freezer. For the morning, we're going to wake up to about, well, this is midnight, 23 degrees. There's a wind advisory tonight adding to the chill. We may have some localized spotty power outages because the wind is gusting past 50 miles an hour in spots. That's going to send the wind chill value to about 0 in the morning. The thermometer is going to stay below freezing tomorrow. The wind will gradually diminish. 2 o'clock, we're going to go to 25 to 30 degrees. A little warmer to the east, a little colder to the north. And then the wind lets up. We keep the sunshine. Sunday's still cold. Monday's still dry. Tuesday looks wintry. More details with the 10-day in a few minutes.
The Worcester Redevelopment Authority wants an upgrade to the Midtown Mall in downtown Worcester. The same person has owned the space for decades, and the WRA says the mall needs work to keep up with the rest of the downtown revitalization. Our Olivia Lemon is outside Midtown Mall now with the latest. Olivia?
Brittany, the Worcester Redevelopment Authority met this morning to discuss the next steps for the Midtown Mall. They say while it's in its early stages, they're hoping this discussion will get the owner's attention. A quick walk through the Midtown Mall reveals several empty storefronts. The Worcester Redevelopment Authority is looking for solutions to revitalize the site. They say it's underutilized and underdeveloped.
They decided today that we should take the initial steps of getting appraisals on the properties, because if we were going to acquire them, the regulations under the urban renewal statute require that you get 2 appraisals before you do any acquisitions.
The same person has owned the building for decades, but the city says if he doesn't want to help redevelop it, they would look to seek eminent domain.
Ideally, what we've always wanted to have happen was, if we start to talk about these properties, number one, hopefully maybe the owner of a property gets motivated to do something with the property, because these are the ones we've identified that have just sat and been underutilized and just not kept up.
Many businesses inside the mall say they would like to see additional businesses, but don't want to lose their spot in the city's downtown.
People come in, customer come, but we just pray for many business to be here and people are coming.
That will help wireless experts very, very much, you know. A lot more customers, a lot more business. I mean, this place is in the middle of the city, so that'll be very good.
Carmelo Colon is in the process of opening a new tattoo shop in the Midtown Mall. His previous location on Boylston Street was damaged in a fire last year.
I was looking for a place to open up my business again. And somebody told me about Midtown Mall, so I came down, I talked to Dean. He was more than nice enough to rent the place to me.
Colon says he sees the potential in the mall and hopes the city does as well.
That's what we need here. We need more businesses in here.
Try to create better space on the ground floor, and you could put some housing up above or offices up above, but we want to activate, the street level.
And the Worcester Redevelopment Authority will meet again in the near future to get feedback from the public. Live in downtown Worcester, Olivia Lemon, Worcester News Tonight.
A tractor-trailer accident causes delays in Westborough Friday. The center of the tractor-trailer collapsed on Hopkinton Road just after 11 a.m. The disabled 18-wheeler closed down one side of the road. The state police truck team and a local towing company were called in to remove it. Due to the size of the trailer, moving the vehicle took several hours. 2 Worcester police officers working detail arrest a man who was allegedly carrying a loaded gun and a bag of cocaine. The officers saw Marcel Garrett May walking with what appeared to be a firearm in his pocket. The 27-year-old did not have a license to carry. Garrett May ran from officers throwing several objects in the street, including a bag of crack cocaine. Police say he threw a loaded handgun down a sewer. Garrett May is facing multiple charges, including resisting arrest and use of a firearm and a felony. The Department of Public Works Works and Worcester Police Department were able to remove the gun from the sewer. With the help of state grant, Shrewsbury is giving the center of town an upgrade. The assistant town manager says new and improved signage will help people navigate the area. Our Chandler Walsh joins us live in the studio with more. Chandler?
Brittany, the town says they see downtown as an area needing upgrades and improvements. They're hoping it also brings more excitement and more people together. The town of Shrewsbury is spending $80,000 to bring more life to the center of town. The money comes from several grants, including one from the state's Downtown Initiative program for branding and signage.
Directs people to where the town hall is or where the library or the fire station is, some of our schools, so people who are not familiar with the area know quickly where to get to.
Shrewsbury has already received funding for parking analysis and visioning of how the community wants the center to look. Assistant Town Manager Kristen Lass says a school near the center of town will be relocated, opening space for something new.
We hope to see more people take pride in our town common and town center, and more shops and restaurants and other commercial businesses coming into town.
Downtown businesses like Italian restaurant Amici Trattoria formed a town center association to have a private-public partnership with the town. Amici General Manager Robin Paradise hopes the town's analysis will improve parking in the area.
Parking is an issue, the traffic flow in the parking, and that way people can get here, and I'd love to see more people being able to park and then walk through the town.
Resident James Palmer worries new signage could change the center's feel.
I'd rather not see it, only because it's such a old rural town, and I don't think anyone wants the signage blocking their view.
Amici has been in the town center for about 25 years. Paradise wants to see more businesses and families come in and is confident in the plans in place.
It's, a big town, but still has that small town family feel to it, and I think that's something we can sustain.
Lass says the town's working on a study to see how the community wants downtown to look and are hoping to have a vision complete in the next month or two. They'll then move forward with zone changes. Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
A government program designed to help small businesses succeed is returning to Worcester for its second year. The Small Business Administration announcing Friday the Emerging Leaders Program will be kicking off in April. The free federal training provides the opportunity to work with mentors, workshops, and develop connections with community leaders. The SBA says the first year in Worcester was a big success with 19 graduating businesses. They say they look forward to helping more small businesses in the area.
This class will allow small business owners to work, at their business, right? So they look at it from the outside, they work with their peers, they don't actually look at literature and books and textbooks and things of that nature. They actually bring their own financials in the classroom. They actually look at the flaws, if any, of their business, things that are working, things that aren't working.
To qualify, companies must have been in business for at least 3 years. The deadline to apply is March 8th. Cases of the flu are still being confirmed in central Massachusetts, and for businesses with a lot of foot traffic, they are taking extra steps to keep everything clean. Our Roslyn Flaherty joins us live now with more. Roslyn?
Brittany, the flu season is far from over, and businesses who see a lot of people come through are taking extra precautions. Central Rock Gym is a busy place for people to exercise indoors. And with flu activity on the rise in Massachusetts, the gym is doing everything they can to keep equipment clean.
On a weekly basis, take down all of the holds. The holds are the pieces of plastic that you climb on. So everyone's touching it with their hands, and people who are sick come in here and unfortunately touch it. So we take those and disinfect them.
According to the CDC, flu activity is widespread in Massachusetts and illnesses are on the rise. Central Rock is taking it seriously by spraying down common surfaces every day.
Every single light switch, handlebar, anything that a human touches, I'm made fun of, but I get every single surface area because no one likes being sick.
People out and about like Katie Silverstein Friday wash their hands constantly and try to get fresh air when they can to avoid getting sick.
Saline spray and take zinc if I've been around somebody who's been sick. You can get out of the house, air it out, get fresh air.
The CDC says it's too early to tell if the flu season has peaked yet. The gym says they want to keep it a safe facility for people to enjoy.
It's pretty active, so if you're not feeling well, you really shouldn't be here. But it's something we tell people. If they are sick, we do ask them, like, you might want to take the day off, so, for the sake of everyone else.
The CDC says to also wash your hands with warm water and soap and say it's still not too late to get your flu shot. Live in Worcester, Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
Now to an update on a story we brought to you last night. A Webster veteran's missing wheelchair is found. According to police, the $16,000 wheelchair was returned to Elena Munoz. She tells us a Rhode Island company mistakenly picked up the chair Wednesday morning. Munoz was discharged from the Navy in the late 1980s and uses the chair for everyday mobility.